Adam Copeland believes this WWE Hall of Famer's son could join the family business. Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. For WWE family latest news update, please subscribe the channel and press the bell icon. When it comes to professional wrestling, Adam Copeland has seen more than most. He's been the hot new gun, he's wrestled against some of the biggest stars in the world, been one of the biggest stars in the world, prematurely retired, and returned to lead a faction designed to elevate the next generation of stars the business has to offer, with Judgment Day still going strong in WWE a year after he exited the promotion. So naturally, when Copeland earned a front row seat to the in-ring debut of Stephen Borden Jr., the younger son of Sting, who made a surprise appearance in his father's Wolfpack gear at Revolution, it's hard for the 50-year-old WWE Hall of Famer not to be impressed by what he saw. And yet, there's a big difference between hitting one impressive stinger splash and being ready for action as a full-time wrestler. But can Borden get there? Well, Copeland was asked that very question by Sports Illustrated and let it be known that if he commits to the business, there's no reason fans couldn't be treated to another Sting in the future. I think at Revolution there in Greensboro, he got a bit of the itch. He felt what it is. And once you feel that, man, it's hard to walk away from that. It's hard to go, wait, that wasn't cool. You're going to go, that was really cool and really fun. It's a great gig. So I think he felt that also in terms of his physicality. I mean, he's 6'3". He's about 230 pounds. He's probably sitting about 8% body fat. He looks the part. He's got a good head on his shoulders, very similar to his dad in how he conducts himself, which is a great thing, Copeland told Sports Illustrated. I think now it's really up to him. What does he want to put into it? Does he want to put in the work that it will take? Because you got to figure it. You might look at it and say, ugh, an easier pathway into the business. But once he's in the business, there's going to be a big spotlight on him. And with that comes extra pressures. You're Sting's son and trying to break out of that. But he's smart, and I think if he wants to do it, he absolutely could do it. On one hand, it would be pretty darn incredible to see a Borden back in the ring, and on top of the world working for one of the top wrestling promotions at some point in the future, as it looked like a wrestling career for either Sting's son was out of the question earlier this year. Still, with great power comes great responsibility, and if he does debut for AEW or elsewhere at some point in the future, the pressure will be on the second-generation Borden to live up to the family legacy, even if that's easier said than done. Adam Copeland has a long list of AEW stars he wants to wrestle, while sharing the ring with the younger Borden would be a full-circle moment for Copeland, as he just shared the ring with his father at Full Gear in Los Angeles the previous November. That is far from the only dream match on his resume. Discussing his goals for when he returns to the ring in the not-too-distant future, Copeland listed off a number of performers he would love to work with, including the international champion, Will Ospreay. Oh, for sure. I mean, even though Ospreay wasn't with AEW at the time, it was talents like him that made the decision pretty easy. Yeah, man. I salivate stuff like that. First-time matches, feeling another person, and possibly having a connection or no connection. It's really, really fascinating. That's definitely a match that for me would be so much fun, just because the possibilities there with my mindset, my mentality, and how I approach things, and how he does would be a lot of fun. And also as a person, he's a really, really good guy who has a massive passion for this. And when you have that, that makes it exciting because it's like, okay, you don't got to bring all the passion to the table, cause this guy does too. Right, let's go. That's usually when magic can happen, Copeland told comicbook.com. But that one is definitely a generational thing that I think could be really interesting. For me, it's also a great test. Like I'm 50 years old, I'm winding this down. I gotta still be able to get in there with those guys and produce to know how long to stick around for. You don't ever want to be a detriment. I wanted to go to AEW to help. I wanted to try and help backstage. I wanted to try and help with creative. I wanted to try and help with training, as a sounding board, whatever it is. Just whatever hat you need me to wear, I'll throw it on. And if that means I get in there with a guy like Ospreay, hell yeah. I look at the roster and I go down the list. It's like Ospreay, never touched. Kenny Omega, never touched. Jon Moxley, never touched. Claudio,